Support for the Forest Ramble comes from Manscaped. Manscaped has redesigned the electric trimmer. The perfect package is cruelty-free, paraben-free and vegan. US listeners can get 20% off plus free shipping using the code BIGHEADS at manscaped.com. If you are not in the US, you can buy Manscaped from Amazon. Manscaped, the perfect gentleman's agreement this Christmas.
The Forest Ramble mini-match reports.
In the end, that felt like a bit of a missed opportunity. Middlesbrough were there for the taking. The game should have been won. And on the night, Forest just didn't have enough to put them away. Middlesbrough came to the City Ground with a plan of not really coming out all too much, getting men behind the ball and looking to frustrate. And they were time wasting from fairly early on as well. We know what to expect from some of those teams down the bottom when they come to the City Ground, and it's up to Forest to deal with it and find a way of winning. And unfortunately, they are struggling to do that at the minute. Cardiff winning 1-0 the other Saturday, and then the Middlesbrough game where this time at least Forest got themselves in front, and that was a nice move. With Ryan Yates knocking the ball out wide, carrying on a run into the box, and then getting the header in. That was a nice way for him to come back after the red card at Bristol. But once Forest went in front, they didn't press home that advantage. They didn't look like they were going to get a second or a third, and didn't really look like they wanted to kill Middlesbrough off. They started to put players behind the ball. Middlesbrough suddenly remembered how to play, funnily enough, but that was a real disappointment. And then the penalty, looking at the replays, it might have been avoided if Robinson hadn't have sort of dived in the way he did. Perhaps Brice Samba could have got a save in with the striker one-on-one. But it didn't matter because Middlesbrough got the penalty, they put it away. And it just overall made for a disappointing night for Forest. And I think it shows that while this team does have a lot of quality to it, there still needs to be some improvements made in January and a few more reinforcements brought in. For example, I think we need another option out wide. Lolly at the minute is really struggling to have the influence he was having last season. So somebody to take the burden off him, I think, would be good. Another striker, which is the obvious weak link. Somebody who can play second fiddle to Graben. And even maybe in midfield, just somebody who's got a little bit more creativity and perhaps somebody who has that ability to unlock the defence. And even on top of that, looking at perhaps more pace in the team. Because if teams are going to come to the City Ground and sit back and be compact and frustrate, Forest have got to find ways of defeating those sides. And perhaps a bit more pace and a bit more guile and creativity will do that.